You might know it as marijuana or pot, and when it comes to illegal drug use, cannabis tops the list. That's despite it being legal in many countries, with many users consuming it regularly for fun or to self medicate their health problems. Although many users highlight its usefulness or benefits, cannabis use can sometimes become excessive, leading to a condition known as cannabis use disorder, or CUD. CUD is essentially an inability to stop using cannabis even when you want to or when it starts affecting your health, relationships, or daily responsibilities. It's a form of addiction. Some people might say, but weed isn't addictive. However, CUD is a real issue for some users, and research has shown that it's linked to tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, the component in cannabis that produces its psychoactive effects. These effects, commonly called the high, include feelings of euphoria, mood changes, and shifts in thinking and how we see and experience the world. How does THC encourage more use? Like other addictive substances, THC can make you feel good, and this gives the brain intense feelings of reward. As a faithful servant, our brain learns to give special importance to signals that might allow you to re-experience this reward. This special importance can make your attention favor cannabis details in your environment, like its place, smell, or packaging, and it contributes to liking the drug more. But what if there was a way to make cannabis less addictive? Enter cannabidiol, or CBD, the second most common component in cannabis, well known for its medicinal benefits without altering your state of mind. Research suggests that CBD may even reduce THC's addictive potential in people that use it regularly. To better understand this effect, Dr. Oliver and 12 other researchers, mostly from King's College London, ran a carefully designed study to see if having more CBD in cannabis could reduce the THC's attentional pull on non-regular users. The goal was to better understand whether higher amounts of CBD could make cannabis safer, particularly for people who use it occasionally. But why focus on occasional users? Because maintaining less frequent use can help reduce the risk of developing CUD, making it important for prevention. The study had a double-blind experiment design, meaning that neither the participants nor the researchers knew which cannabis preparation was being used in each session. This prevented personal opinions, preferences, and expectations from having an effect to allow results to be as precise as possible. On the first visit, participants completed a computer-based test to work out their first or baseline level for attentional preference of cannabis images by comparing them to other neutral images. They also rated their liking for cannabis and neutral images. This allowed them to act as their own baseline or comparison when looking at the effect of 10 milligrams of THC in combination with different CBD doses, namely 0, 10, 20, or 30 milligrams. By comparing these doses, the researchers wanted to see if higher CBD doses could reduce attention given to cannabis-related images. Over a total of 230 visits, participants' blood was tested to confirm that the doses worked as expected. That's a lot of information, and the team made sure to test and recheck the numbers to spot any changes. The study revealed some interesting results. When participants inhaled THC without any CBD, they were significantly more drawn towards cannabis-related images compared to neutral ones. This effect was only seen in the THC-only condition and not with other combinations. In other words, THC alone made participants pay more attention to cannabis even if they were unaware of it. This suggests that THC might increase vulnerability to cannabis use disorder even in less frequent cannabis users. Another finding was that THC increased people's attentional preference without increasing their liking ratings for cannabis. This means participants didn't necessarily find cannabis images more appealing, they just paid more attention to them. Interestingly, overall, across all visits, participants did not have their attention captured by cannabis more than by neutral images, indicating that cannabis details do not dominate their attention. However, when compared to themselves when sober, their attention was significantly more drawn to cannabis. Unfortunately, when CBD was added at any dose, it did not reduce this attentional preference. This finding is at odds with earlier studies suggesting that CBD might reduce some of THC's effects. The researchers shared that these differences could be due to the higher THC doses used in this study or the short-term nature of the experiment. In previous studies, CBD's protective effects were observed in regular users or over longer periods. This study has a high standard of evidence due to the careful approach taken to ensure that both participants and researchers were unaware of the cannabis component balance across visits. Each participant acted as their own comparison, strengthening our understanding of the effects of different drug recipes. The THC and CBD combinations used are typical of both legal and illegal cannabis products, making the study highly relevant. However, a significant number of participants left the study early due to the negative effects of THC, which could impact the results and limit their applicability to a broader population. With cannabis use becoming more common, especially among teenagers, some as young as 13, concerns are growing. Regular use can lead to mental health problems like depression, anxiety, and even psychosis, particularly in young people whose brains are still developing. This study is an important step in understanding whether cannabis can be made safer for users, offering valuable insights into reducing its potential harms. This study was supported by the United Kingdom's Medical Research Council, or MRC, which did not play any role in its design, execution, or publication. While some authors reported receiving speaking fees or funding from pharmaceutical companies, none of these were related to cannabis or similar products. This helps ensure that the study's results are trustworthy and not influenced by other potential conflicts of interest. To conclude, this study did not find any evidence that CBD can reduce the risk of cannabis addiction. Let us know your thoughts about these findings, and thank you for watching.